I've said this several times, and I'm going to have to keep saying it because this is just ridiculous. You see all these DEI jobs that they have out there for people like that. These are not real careers. These are not real jobs. You're not actually employed to do anything other than, in most cases, just be a black woman who doesn't like anything that's happening. That's pretty much it. You could dress it up however fancy that you want. This is what this boils down to. And when you get to find out what's happening when these things crash and burn, Disney had to let go of their DEI officer. I think Netflix did the same. All this. No, because when you keep falling for this DEI scam, and don't get me wrong, that's exactly what it is. You end up getting some situations, and Facebook got embarrassed a little while ago in regards to it. Look at this here. Former head of Facebook DEI efforts, Barbara Furlow Smiles, admits she embezzled $4 million from the company. Well, she's smiling in this picture. Yeah, that's what it is. This woman stole money from Facebook while literally having a fake job. That's it. But you know, okay, maybe I'm being a little too harsh in regards to calling this a fake job. Maybe I am being a little too harsh. It's entirely possible. It is entirely possible that I am being a little too harsh. But with that, let's take a look at exactly what a DEI officer actually is. All right, this is what Indeed has here, right? Chief diversity officers are upper-level managers dedicated to inclusion and equality at companies and educational institutions. To be a chief diversity officer, it's typically important to possess years of diversity training and experience, as well as an advanced degree. Understanding what these individuals do and how to pursue this role can help determine, okay, I'm trying to understand something here. I'm trying to understand. To be a chief diversity officer, it's typically important to possess years of diversity training. What exactly is diversity training? And then an experience as well as an advanced degree. Is there actually an advanced degree in diversity? What exactly is that course called? How to like everybody except white people? I mean, come on. What are you actually learning? Years of diversity training. You know, look, I live in Trinidad and Tobago. It's a multicultural society. We have people from all over. You understand me? All over here. I don't never wanted to do anything like that. So what? Because I live in this country, I've had years of having to deal with people of diverse backgrounds, religion, all kind of thing. That means then that I literally qualify for this job. I don't know a damn thing about what this diversity thing is, but apparently because I have years of experience dealing with diverse people, I qualify for this job. Now, I don't know what this advanced degree is, because like I said, the only thing I could think this advanced degree is going to be is, you know, how to like everybody except white people, but maybe I'm wrong. So they go on now. Right. What is a chief diversity officer? A chief diversity officer is an experienced business executive and leader who creates inclusion strategies for a company or school. They make sure the organization has a welcoming work or study environment for people of all genders, races, cultures, ages, and abilities. Isn't that basically what human resources is supposed to do? That's what human resources is supposed to do. The whole point of human resources is not just to go and snitch on your workplace colleague or anything like that. No, they're supposed to be there and like you say, okay, you know, you hire the best people, whatever. That's what you do. But you're telling me that this whole chief is just to hire various people of various races because why? It will look good from a public image. That's it. Yeah. What does that chief diversity officer do? Chief diversity officers work with managers and employees across all departments in an organization to establish consistent inclusion initiatives. They also ensure that the company follows equal employment affirmation action and other regulations. Again, this is what human resources is supposed to do. So then they want to break down some of the duties that have. Recruiting diverse employees or students. So you're not actually recruiting people if they're qualified for a job. No, you're just recruiting them if they're diverse. That makes sense. Identify areas of an organization that lack diversity. How the hell do you identify an area of an organization that lacks diversity? If there are two people working in a section, and let's say both of them are black, and they're qualified for the job, do you have to get rid of one of them to bring in some kind of Asian person or some kind of person of I don't know, Latin, because that will look better? Does that make any sense? Designing an organization diversity training for employees. I don't even know what the hell that is. If it's anything like the whole Disney thing, and then that is just ridiculous. Creating organization-wide diversity and inclusion plans. What shit does that even mean? Assessing the efficacy of diversity and inclusion program. Again, what does that even flicking mean? Hosting multicultural events. If you're hosting an event, why does it need to be a multicultural event? You invite people show up, that's it. Receiving and addressing employee concerns related to discrimination. That's what human resources for. God. Representing the organization to the community, regulatory agencies, and diversity groups. That's what the company's PR department is for, not you. Collecting data on various demographics and their representation at the company or schools. You go around checking to see if everybody is where you want them to be. Advising superiors about diversity issues and regulations. So you have to tell superiors, listen, you need to do this, because if you don't, that's not diverse, and that's going to be our problem. Is anybody else realizing that this entire DEI thing is literally nonsense? These people are not hired to do anything other than push racism. That's it. So let's get back to the Facebook employee who stole. And this article that I want to put, I think this breaks it down very well. Very, very well, this article breaks it down, but it exposes a lot of this nonsense that they keep doing. A lot of it. Facebook diversity chief scam captures spirit of the DEI racket. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Right. Guess what? Turns out when you hire people to work as part of a huge scam like corporate diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, they act as though they're part of a huge scam. That is the truth. This is nothing more than a gigantic scam that they're running, because they know that this whole nonsense has no bearing with it. And again, they use it in DEI, because if they didn't change around two other letters, it will turn out to be DIE, which is exactly what happens to a lot of these companies that follow this nonsense. Witness the case of Barbara Fullo Smiles, who led diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts at Facebook from 2017 to 2021. So from 2017 to 2021, she had a literal fake job and used it to make herself rich. This is what you do. But again, like I said, it's a bloody scam. Turns out she was promoting inclusion of Facebook monies into her own hands and those of her friends and family. I said again, this article breaks it down very nice. Listen to some of what she did. She linked corporate credit cards to payment platforms like Venmo, then used those accounts to hand cash to pals in exchange for non-existent services with kickbacks to her. Furlough Smiles then backfiled fake expense reports to cover the theft. She also pushed the social network to steer biz to bodies who then sent the company fake or inflated invoices which Furlough Smiles purposely okayed in exchange for kickbacks. All in all, this felonious champion of the marginalized stole more than 4 million. Yes, because when you put people in these fake jobs and give them power to do things, this is what happened. This is sort of like what happened with Black Lives Matter. People were giving money to that organization, thinking, Black Lives Matter. And what did they do? They take the money, buy mansion, buy car, give this one money, embezzle that. That's what they were doing. You got to understand these people. When your job is just to be a black woman, that's it. And you're put in a position where you can literally decide how a company runs, and you're given the opportunity. This is what she did. Like they say here, this felonious champion of the marginalized stole more than 4 million. You allowed her to do this, and Facebook now is just has to literally deal with this embarrassment. In short, Meta, which is the parent company of Facebook, fell hard for DEI nonsense and is now paying the price in public embarrassment. Yet Furlough Smiles was ultimately stealing from Meta's shareholders, among them huge swaths of average Jews. Thing is, all corporate DEI efforts are a racket, yes, and ultimately are poisonous as the ones in academia. Exactly. I saw this article where this guy talked about the company that he worked for hired one of these DEI specialists, and this new employee came and he was just trying to be friendly with her, so he asked her where she was from, and she went to the DEI and make some complaint, and they accused him of racism because apparently he wanted to know what part of literally Africa this woman came from. He was like, I'm just asking where she came from, where she grew up, that's all. I'm just trying to be friendly. And they rode his back till he eventually had to leave the company. And then less than a year later, the entire company went bankrupt. Because why? They first had to end up firing the same DEI expert who was just making things worse, and then the company just went bankrupt. This whole DEI thing turns out to make companies DIE. That's it. Go on. Payers, diversity consultants, and VPs of inclusion argue and stave off accusation of racism, misogyny, sexism, transphobia, fatphobia, otherwise. This adds zero value to businesses and distracts from core missions. Little things like providing goods and services in exchange for money. Yeah, they go in there and they rile people up. Talk about racism, misogyny, sexism, transphobia, fatphobia. The bottom line of it is that the majority of people don't care. If you're black, white, Asian, Indian, whatever, hell, if you're green and you're doing your job, nobody cares. That's it. Talk about misogyny and sexism. What misogyny and sexism? There are many women who make more money than men and hold positions of authority. That's all. Nobody cares. I want to talk about transphobia or kind of thing. Nobody cares. Why should your whatever it is, whether you be gay, lesbian, trans, whatever, why should that be your defining factor about something? But no, these people want you to do something, champion them. If I'm going to work, I'm going to work. I don't care about who you sleep with or what you've done to yourself. That's your business. Can you go about fat phobia? There's no such thing as fat phobia. Being overweight is unhealthy and it can kill you. That's a simple scientific fact. Nobody's mocking you about it. Just get yourself in shape and help yourself. That's all. But no. But again, you hired this woman, you understand me, for a fake job. And as they said here again, this felonious champion of the marginalized stole more than 4 million. Well, again, you get what you deserve when you do this nonsense. This DEI thing is a giant scam, and companies need to stop buying into this horse shit. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. If you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, then hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I put a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.